All right, try this again. Create a new job. Go to new job. Hit browse for your location. You're gonna go up. All right. I've already got this folder in here. It's just weird. There we go. So I've already got a folder in here, so I'm just gonna navigate to where I want to go to create this job. Mine is going to be in the Maples. Alright, so then down here, I'm going to type in what you want to call it. So I always go by the lot number. Alright, so it's going to create that job. Alright, so after you've done that, you hit next. That's just your GPS, that's fine. I usually start it without a scale factor. You can always apply one later. So go ahead and hit next. That's just the featured code list. That's the standard code list that I've got set up. Let's just leave that like it is. US feet. Now we're creating new jobs in international feet, but in existing jobs I think you got to leave them in US feet. That's up for debate, but for now I'm leaving it in US feet. All that's fine. Coordinate type is ground. That's typically what we work in. All right, and green check. Okay, so that starts your job. That's pretty straightforward. Now to bring points into this job, I'm gonna hit transfer, import. All right, we're bringing it in for points. Now there's other things you can transfer in, but for now we're just doing something simple. We're just bringing in points to stake a house out. Pretty straightforward. So go to next. Okay, so now we got to find them. All right, so so navigate up folder, up to wherever you put it. In my case, I have a directory inside of most of my job folders where I bring points in that I'm importing. So try to navigate to it. It's kind of hard to do looking through the phone. Trying to find it here. Let's see. Here we go. Maples. All right, so my folder is called imports. Now nothing shows up. We deal in ASCII files. This will read ASCII files, but it defaults to a .text file or a .comma separated variable file. So just hit all files, and then all your points will show up. All your files, because they deal with ASCII files. So anyway, just navigate to whatever ASCII file you want to bring in. That's the one that I'm looking for. And next. All right, so in my data collector, I have ways of download or of importing and exporting. I can use notes or I can use codes. So I always bring points in using codes because that's what we're going to be dealing with mainly. When you're topoing, you might want to use codes. That's a different story. That's a different video. So anyway, so next, and just hit next again. Now I always go in here and make sure that there's not a scale factor applied. There's not, because if you bring those points in with you bring them in with a scale factor applied, it may transform the coordinates, it may not. We're still kind of in the learning phase here. So anyway, green check, I'm just gonna kind of hit that. So that brings all your points in. All right, so you can go check and make sure they're there. Hit edit, go into points, that was codes, hit back. All right, points are there. All right, now I'm gonna do the same thing because I keep a separate control file. So I'm gonna go transfer stuff in again. So I'm gonna go transfer, import. All right. Now I keep a control file separate. I was trying to do that more. That's the easiest way to do it. So anyway, that's just gonna bring in only my control points. Check again just to make sure nothing's happening. Still got those scale factors still the same. And green check. Next. All right, so I got my points in now. All right. Now we've got the job created. So start it up. So go into. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's back up. Connect. Choose your GPS. So this has got a T-dot. This has got a T-dot setting, and it's also got a base rover. The BR, that's base rover. So you want to click that. Hit the radio tab for the base. Hit connect. All right. So now it's going through its thing. It'll make that robot sound when it's connected. All right. So all that means is that it's connected to the equipment itself. It doesn't mean it knows where it is. So then you got to go through setup, start base, which is what we're doing, tell it where it's at. This is control point number 100. That's just because I know that. 100, green check it. All right, got to put in a height of instrument. It won't let you not do that. So if you're not doing anything with elevations, which we're not, you just type in like 5. That's fine. All right, tell it to start base. I don't know why it asks you that, but whatever. All right. So to start the base, once the start base thing is ungray, now to ask you to connect to the rover, go ahead and do so. Connecting to the rover is pretty simple. Just hit connect, let it do its thing. Okay, if this screen comes up, it's because you've used a different modem. So like if you use the network, then it changes the modem to the modem in your cell phone, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You just have to tell it to start the radio. Damn it, I keep hitting things. So hit, oh, I may have just fucked that up. No, see. All right, so that just says that it's good. All right, so now we are ready to go. Hit configure. So if you need to check your scale factor, hit configure coordinate system. That brings you to that screen. All right, so this job doesn't run a scale factor. We keep it at 1, so that's checked. If you wanted to change it, you would hit this, go to origin point, and then there's like a screen, I think it's right here, where you could tell at what point you want it to run it off of. So, but anyway, that is all we got to do. That creates the job, gets it set up, gets you running. That's it for this part.